What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick, and make sure before we get into this, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and ring that bell, get notifications for when our UDFA videos drop. Yeah, if you missed any of the previous ones, it's going to be in our playlist, Miami Dolphins 2024 draft. All right, so this gentleman, we have Isaiah Johnson out of Syracuse. He was their second best defender overall. He was their captain. He's a corner at 6'3", 205. He is a large human. He has a large wingspan as well, at 80.5 inches. However, his speed is a concern, only running a 4.6, 440. Look, he has excellent size and strength. Like I said, long arms, and he's a filled out frame. He's built, right? And another theme of the Dolphins, corners lately, Isaiah Johnson, powerful tackler, where he puts his entire weight with a purpose into trying to tackle these guys. He's physical with taking on blocks, and he's able to get to the ball carrier fairly easily. But look, he has some trouble getting out of his breaks, right? Especially from a back pedal, so he can use some footwork technique in cleaning up, polishing, and he also lacks the speed to really recover if he isn't hip to hip with them, right? If he's hip to hip with them, he's fine, but if he messes up, he lacks that catch up speed. So unlike most of the people we have signed, he's actually kind of slow. I mean, 4.64 is not slow, but what I'm saying. But yeah, overall, he has leadership. Like I said, he was a captain at Syracuse, so it's just another locker room kind of guy that is a hard worker, can go in there and bring the locker room up. And I like the culture that we're kind of building in that defensive locker room, a really tough but leadership heavy locker room. He transferred from Dartmouth in 2021. So he's been with the Syracuse Orange for 3 years. But look, he could play zone, he could play cover 2. He has good instincts. He doesn't always use them. He does have good patience, especially in man coverage. And look, he has the ideal size for an NFL corner, but he can use some polishing on his techniques, maybe speed up his game a little bit more. And honestly, when you're practicing with the likes of Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and the other 50 speedsters that we got, Jalen Wright, Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert, Braxton Berrios, Malik Washington, Taj Washington. I mean, I can go up and down the list of all the absolute just monstrous speed guys that we have. You're going to get faster. You don't have a choice but to get faster when you're covering those guys in practice. So I like this signing. I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction. I think he's going to be a practice squad to cut guy. Look, I love his leadership. I love his size. Overall, it's really going to come down to, can he make it in special teams? And I've seen some other guys that are, maybe they overcommit sometimes with their tackling. He does not. However, they are also 0.2 seconds faster than him in the 40. They run 4.4. He runs 4.6. So it's really going to come down to if he can make the special teams. If he can't, he's going to end up being either borderline practice squad or on someone else's practice squad come the fall. But ultimately, I like this signing. Once again, a nice camp body. Get a refine his technique and see what he can possibly do. And I've said this time and time again, I love anybody that Chris Greer and this coaching staff bring in at corner DB. I am more than happy to let them develop. A lot of you guys are in the comments on the other one with Perry and Storm Duck saying, oh, what about Noah Igbinoghene? Brother, look, I don't like where Noah was drafted. I'm going to address this one time and one time only. Probably not, but I don't like where Noah was drafted. It was definitely a reach in the first round, 100%. I'm not going to deny that. But if you're going to sit here and tell me that he wasn't a good player, then you just did not watch tape. You just didn't. I watched that man develop. He got better every single year. His first year, look, he was 19, 20 years old. He was trash. The next year, he had good coverage, never got his head around the ball. His third year, a lot better. Got his head around the ball occasionally, stuck on the guy's hip, great coverage, got some pass breakups, had that key interception to end the Steelers game. His fourth year, his third year, he didn't get a lot of opportunities. His second year and his third year were good. When he got on the field, he did not get burnt, besides Stephon Diggs, who is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. So if you're telling me, and he actually stuck with Stephon Diggs on a few routes when he was on them. So like, if you're gonna tell me that Stephon Diggs gets the advantage on him 4 out of 10 times, I'll gladly take that from Noah Igbenogany. And he's still really young, and he just signed with the Commanders, and I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be that second, third corner for his entire career, and that's okay. I don't like where he was taken, but to go here and say that he's a bad player and he was trash, he was trash for his rookie year. After that, he was good. I'm not gonna say he was great, but he greatly improved year in, year out. And then at the beginning of last year, look, he was our number 2 corner after Ramsey got hurt, and then we brought in Eli Apple because Vic Fangio's a dummy, and Eli Apple turned out to be worse than Igbo. Igbo looked so good in practice, preseason and offseason workouts going into last year. He looked like he took that next step, but he lacks the opportunity. I don't know if it's something that he shows in practice and he just shows up on game day, but on game day, what I watch when in the film room, he is him. Is he ever going to be a top 10, 15 corner in the league? Probably not. I don't think so. But he's still only 23, 24 years old. Think about that for a sec. He's been in the league. This is going to be his 5th year in the league this coming year, and he's 24 years old. So don't come at me with Igbo. Another one of you came out with me with Tankersley. First of all, Tankersley wasn't even that wasn't even Greer's pick. That he was here during the Gase era. Yeah, Greer was GM, but that was a Tannenbaum pick. And even then, I kind of liked Tankersley, and he performed well his rookie and semi in his sophomore year, and then he got hurt, and then kind of just dropped off the face of the planet. Same thing with Tro Will, but yeah, I kind of like those. I kind of like all the DBs that Greer has brought in and developed, especially undrafted ones. So I'm going to trust him on these guys, and I trust our new defensive coordinator. It's just simple as it is. Deuces.